I've been zoning, I've been zoning.
What's going on, guys? It is Heath from Non-Stop Progress, and today, to celebrate the massive amount of growth on our Instagram and on our channel, I'm going to be doing a Q&A for you all. I've just posted something up on my story to get you all to ask me questions, and I'm going to be answering them in this video. Okay, so there's a lot of different questions on my Instagram, but I'm just going to go through here randomly picking a couple. I'll do around 5 or 7 or something like that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. The first question is going to be from Drew Lane, and it is, how often do you train in an academy? Like, how many hours a day? Okay, so in an academy, you all usually train 1 session a day because we don't believe in overtraining. Okay, and so in an academy, you usually train once a day, usually in the afternoon after your school, and it's usually from around 4:30 to 6. And I mean, basically that's pretty much it. Sometimes you have a gym session afterward that pushes it back to 6:30, maybe 6:45. And if you're really lucky, they might even have showers on the training ground that you can shower at. So maybe a typical day would look like you arriving at the training ground at 4, you train from 4:30 to 6, then a gym session from 6 to 6:30, and then you're showering, and then you can go off to dinner from 7, and to beyond. And so that's usually kind of how it works with training and such. Okay, so for the next question, it's going to be from PK Jelson, and he said, do you do any injury prevention work, and what? Okay, so I do my follow along stretching routine that I have on YouTube. I do that probably once or twice a week. Okay, and then in addition to that, I eat very clean. I get a lot of rest, a lot of sleep, around 8 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. I drink a lot of water, and I make sure that my protein intake is on point. Okay, so that's pretty much all the things that I do, with the occasional Epsom salt bath or the occasional ice bath. But mainly I focus on my nutrition, my rest, and my hydration, because those are the most important things when it comes down to it. In addition to focusing on my nutrition, my hydration, and my sleep, I do some rehabilitation exercises before I start any of my training sessions, and that's just to make sure that my muscles are warmed up before I kick any long balls or do anything like that. Okay, so the next question is from Samuel Kadan, and he said, will going to the gym make you faster? And the simple answer is yes. Just to make it simple and sweet, what this basically means is that as muscle fibers get broken down and get stronger, you will be able to deal with higher demands of training, which means that you will be faster. Okay, and then now the next question is from Amy Cho, and she said, tips for getting into an academy. I definitely recommend to pick up my MLS Academy email list. It has every single one of the MLS Academy's contact information. It has basically at least 4 or 5 coaches that do talent identification for every single club in the MLS. In addition to marketing yourself and emailing these teams, I definitely recommend that you get together a good highlight film and a CV. If you need help creating any of these, I also have videos on my channel showing you exactly how to make both. So now the next question is from Bros to Pros, and he said, what is your future plans as far as pursuing a professional soccer career? So right now, I am going on trials with professional teams, and in the coming months, I will have an announcement for that. But as you all know, due to the virus, the seasons for these teams have been postponed. And so right now, just keeping my foot on the ball, staying training, staying fit, trying to get in trials with multiple different teams, and trying to get my name out there as best I possibly can, so that once 2021 comes around, we'll have a lot of opportunities in play. Okay, and so one of my most commonly asked questions, I honestly think that I probably got like 20 questions a week that are this exact same question, and it is from Ramos Wave, and he said, or Wav, and he said, what's your weekly schedule? Gym, pitch, and rest days. Okay, so my typical training week would consist of a training session on Monday, a training session on Tuesday with a gym session afterwards, a training session on Wednesday, probably going to be a little bit heavier, and then a training session on Thursday, maybe a little lighter with a gym session afterwards, and then a training session on Friday or an off day, depending on how my body is feeling. On Saturday, I usually do either another training session or I'll try to participate in a game. And then on Sunday, I usually take completely off from anything on those 2 gym sessions. I usually do, one is upper body focused, one is lower body focused, and in addition to both of those gym sessions, I do ab work along with them. I usually train in the mornings so that I can have the rest of the afternoon to work on videos, to work on content, and all that other stuff that I like to bring you all. But I definitely like to train in the mornings to get it out of the way. And I always believe that you should always wake up and do the top priorities first. And obviously training, as you all know, is my top priority. And so yeah, that's basically the gist of my weekly schedule. Okay, and now the last question that I want to touch on here is from Sunset Corp, and he said, how can I mitigate questioning myself as I work on this journey to become a professional? I have done this, and I definitely recommend you do it. I always think about all the adversity and all the hardship that I've gone through in the past, whether that be, rejection, whatever it is, right? Or an injury or something like that. And I always use that to motivate my next training session and to get me out of that mindset of, oh man, it's too much, or oh, it's political, or oh, it's an uphill battle, right? I always use the thoughts of my lowest lows to get me out of that mindset and to get me into a motivative state to where I'm ready to tackle the next training session. I definitely recommend that you all do that. I've heard a lot of people that have done visualization, focusing on their breathing, meditation, all that stuff, but what works best for me is doing a lot of thinking about the hardship and the stuff that I faced to motivate my next training session, and just take it one training session at a time, right? You're always trying to get better one day at a time. Don't focus on the 2 years from now, the 1 year from now. Think about today. What can you do today to get 1% better? I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who gave a question on our Instagram. If you haven't already, definitely add us on Instagram at nonstop.progress. I post there daily, and so if you want more content, then definitely check us out there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more weekly soccer and fitness content. And definitely leave a comment below what you liked about this video, because I respond to every single comment. And I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Peace out.